You know how sometimes you hear an idea and it just clicks?
Yeah.
Like it's so straightforward, so smart, you kind of wonder why it wasn't already a thing.
Mm-hmm. Happens all the time.
Well, that's the kind of aha moment we're aiming for today. We've got some really interesting stuff here outlining a fresh approach to connecting people with chimney services nationwide.
Right. Using one central point.
Exactly. So, our mission, if you will, for this deep dive is to explore this model from a 704 chimney, see how it simplifies things for homeowners, but also how it, empowers the chimney pros themselves.
Absolutely. We're looking at a system designed to make a pretty fragmented service sector more accessible, more efficient. The ingenuity is really in how it solves a common problem. So, well, simply.
Okay, so let's jump right into the core of it then, the central platform idea.
Yep.
Imagine you need a chimney sweep, right? Instead of digging through search results, you remember one website, 704chimney.com,
Simple enough.
or even easier maybe, one phone number, 704-chimney. That's basically the front door.
Yeah. A single entry point. Yeah. And that's where the smart part comes in, the routing.
Ah, okay. Tell me about that.
So whether you hit the website or you call that number, you just give them your ZIP code.
Uh-huh.
And the system figures out which local certified chimney pro serves your specific area and connects you.
Wow. Okay, so it makes that first step really quick for the homeowner.
Effortless, yeah,
Can't tell.
and fast. Which, gives you peace of mind too, knowing you're getting linked to someone vetted
Yeah.
without all the homework yourself.
Yeah, that definitely sounds smoother on the homeowner side. But, okay, here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. How does this help the actual chimney professionals?
Right.
They pay a monthly fee, I see here, just $25.
Yeah.
And that gets them into this whole system.
Let's try $25 a month. And for that, they tap into this nationwide framework and really highlights, the power of working together.
It does. And what does that $25 actually unlock? Is it just the leads?
Oh, it's much more than just leads. It unlocks a whole suite of resources, actually. We're talking professionally produced educational stuff, commercials they can use, even training videos
Oh, okay.
for, a lot of independent sweeps. Creating that kind of high-quality marketing material, it's expensive. It takes time they don't have.
Right. So this platform kind of gives them access to professional marketing without the huge cost, like leveling the playing field a bit.
Exactly. It democratizes it in a way. Imagine having, ready-made content explaining why chimney safety matters, all branded, ready to go. No need to hire an agency.
That's a huge advantage for just $25.
And it's not just the marketing collateral, it's also a business development tool. Being part of this system expands their reach. They tap into potential clients using the main 704 Chimney portal.
Uh-huh. So it reduces their own need to spend heavily on advertising, maybe?
Potentially, yeah.
Uh.
Or it supplements what they're already doing. For busy pros just trying to get the work done,
Right.
that efficiency boost is, well, it's significant.
And it feels like there's more to it than just getting leads and marketing help. Is there a community aspect?
Precisely. That's another layer. The network fosters collaboration. Sweeps can share best practices, talk about industry challenges, help raise the standards together.
That's interesting. So it builds trust within the industry, too.
And potentially lowers costs through shared knowledge and maybe even down the line share purchasing power or something. It avoids everyone reinventing the wheel.
Okay, let's dig into some of those specific resources. I'm seeing notes about ready-to-use sales sheets for things like chimney crown repair
Yes, exactly.
and smoke chamber parging, liner installations. Why are those specific sheets so valuable?
Well, think about it from the homeowner's perspective. These are often necessary repairs, but maybe not well understood.
True.
So these sales sheets, they help the pro clearly explain the why. Take the crown repair sheet. It can show pictures, explain how a cracked crown lets water in, which causes, major damage over time. It bridges that knowledge gap.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, making the invisible visible. So the homeowner understands the value, not just the cost.
Exactly. And what about smoke chamber parging? That sounds pretty technical.
It is a bit technical. Parging basically means smoothing the surface inside the smoke chamber, that funnel-shaped area above the fireplace.
Okay.
The sales sheet would explain how doing that improves the chimney's draft, makes it draw smoke up better, and crucially, it reduces rough surfaces where dangerous creosote can build up.
So better performance and safety. Got it.
Right. And chimney liners, well, that's almost purely about safety, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
The sheet there would focus on how the liner protects the house itself from the intense heat moving up the chimney and from, corrosive flue gases. It's the safe channel out.
So these aren't just sales tools, they're education tools,
Yeah,
building trust.
that's the key. Educating homeowners on safety, leading to informed decisions, not just a hard sell.
Okay, so their tagline is nationwide reach, local expertise. Let's unpack that. How does that actually work? It really sums it up well. 704 Chimney gives them that big, unified national presence. The shared tools.
Of reach part.
Right. But the actual work. That's done by qualified local pros who know their specific area. They understand, the local building codes, common issues in that region, how to best serve their community. That's the local expertise.
And this network, it's growing. I think I saw something about 35 local numbers already part of it.
Yeah, the expansion is ongoing. It's strategic. The goal is definitely full nationwide coverage eventually.
And what happens if, say, the local person is totally booked? Does the call just drop?
No, and that's another smart part. The central system can actually route the call to another qualified professional within the network if the primary one can't take it, or maybe doesn't do a super specific niche service.
Oh, interesting. So the lead doesn't get lost.
Exactly. Maximizes the chances the homeowner gets helped,
Yeah.
and the network retains the business.
And that consistency must be great for, like, people who move house, right?
Absolutely. Imagine moving states. You still just call 704 Chimney or use the website, enter your new ZIP, and get connected to a trusted pro there. It builds loyalty.
Yeah, that's clever. Okay, let's circle back to that cost because it seems almost too low. $25 a month.
It is remarkably affordable.
For access to the marketing stuff, the sales sheets, training, the network, it feels like a massive return on investment.
It really does. It's a prime example of, like, pooling resources for everyone's benefit, collaborative leverage, you could call it.
It seems like a really smart collaborative way forward. The individual sweep gets huge support without the huge price tag. Homeowners get easy access. It streamlines everything.
And ultimately, it's designed to drive more business, more qualified leads to these local professionals.
Right. Removes hurdles, lets them focus on the actual chimney work.
Exactly. Efficiency and growth through that shared platform.
Okay, but let's address maybe an obvious question. The 704 area code, I mean, that's specific to what, Charlotte, North Carolina area?
Primarily, yes.
So if I'm calling from California or Maine or wherever, isn't that a long distance call? Is that confusing?
That's a really fair question. And it touches on how phones work now, which is interesting.
Okay.
So for most modern phone providers, especially with cell phones and VoIP systems, calling a number in a different area code within the U.S. isn't automatically treated as long distance anymore, not like it used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Area codes are now more about just identifying regions and routing calls within the national system. The old boundaries that determine long-distance charges have largely faded, especially for domestic calls. So someone calling 704 Chimney from anywhere isn't likely to see extra charges just because of the area code.
Huh. I actually didn't realize that had changed so much.
It's one of those background shifts in technology. So
Yeah.
the advantage of using 704 is actually creating one single, easy-to-remember number for the entire country.
Ah, instead of trying to market hundreds of different local numbers.
Exactly. It becomes the brand identifier. Memorable, easy.
Makes a lot more sense now. It's actually a strategic choice, not just a random area code.
Precisely.
All right, so let's kind of wrap this up. What 704 Chimney seems to offer is, well, it's a genuinely clever concept, isn't it?
It really is.
You've got this central hub, 704chimney.com, the 704 Chimney Wine number. It connects homeowners smoothly to local experts using just a ZIP code.
Simple and effective.
And then for the pros, for that, really accessible $25 a month, they get this whole package, marketing help, sales tools, training, connection to peers.
A whole support system, yeah.
Yeah.
Designed to boost their business, streamline development, and leverage that collective power.
It's a unified platform that just seems to make sense for everyone involved in a market that's usually pretty scattered.
That's a great way to put it. Shared resources enhancing efficiency and growth for both sides.
It really does feel like one of those elegantly simple ideas with some serious potential, cuts through the usual noise. So, okay, final thought for everyone listening. Thinking about this model, consider other service industries. Where connecting consumers with local, reliable providers is maybe tricky.
Yeah, there are definitely others.
What kinds of problems exist in a field you know well? Could a similar setup, unified branding, shared resources, central connection point, could that actually work there too?